Hello, hello, everyone. I got another story for you. Um, Today, I found out something, and we're just gonna go down the rabbit hole, and whatever we find, we find. But I hope you got your drinks. I hope you got your snacks. I hope you got your TV playing in the background. Got one headphone in your ear, maybe both headphones in your ears, and you got your charger. I hope you got yourself all together because this one is gonna be a doozy. But yeah, let's do it. Imagine this. It's September 15th, 1963, a Sunday morning in Birmingham, Alabama. The day begins with the city dressed in church clothes, families are gathering, choirs are warming up, and children are prepping for Sunday school. Now, please remember this date, okay? We've already touched base on it, but please keep track of this date because more than one thing happened on this day. History has marked this day with tragedy. You probably know about the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church, the blast that took the lives of four little girls, Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNair, Carol Robinson, and Cynthia Wesley. Their innocence stolen in an act of hatred. But what many don't know, what history sometimes forgets to whisper, is that that same day, two more young black boys lost their lives to violence. Johnny Robinson, only 13 years old, and Virgil Ware, only 16 years old. Now, this young man below me is actually Johnny. So this is the first one that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about Virgil afterwards. Now, imagine Johnny. He's a kid on the west side of Birmingham. That morning, the city is tense. News of the church bombing is spreading like wildfire. Anger, fear, confusion. Johnny and his friends are outside, young boys trying to make sense of the chaos around them. A group of palm-colored teenagers drive by, waving Confederate flags, shouting insults, and imagine the sting of those symbols in a city already burning with division. Johnny reacts like any 13-year-old might. He picks up a rock, a simple rock, a gesture of frustration, of defense, and that's when it happens. A palm-colored police officer fires his pew-pew. Johnny is struck in the back. He falls. 13 years old, a child silenced for existing in the wrong place, in the wrong skin. And while Johnny's tragedy is still fresh on the Birmingham streets, a few miles away, another tragedy is unfolding. Virgil Ware, a 16-year-old who is a good student, a boy who loves to draw, who dreamed of becoming a lawyer someday. That afternoon, Virgil was riding on the handlebars of his brother's bike heading home. The city is alive with tension after the bombing, after the protests, after the hate. Then they encounter two palm-colored teenagers, members of the Poo Pay Pay youth organization, armed, fueled by ignorance and the poison of racism. One of them raises a pew-pew, he fires, and the bullet finds Virgil's chest. He falls from the bicycle, 16 years old, his dreams scattered on a dusty Birmingham road. Now pause. Imagine being his brother, holding Virgil in your arms, realizing he won't get back up. Imagine being his parents, waiting on him to come home, not knowing his last breath already left his body. Johnny Robinson and Virgil Ware, two boys whose names don't echo as loudly in history books as the four little girls, yet their tragedy mixed into the soil of Birmingham on that same September day. So imagine this, six children, six black children gone in a single day, not by accident, not by coincidence, but by the hand of hate, the weight of racism that tried to crush an entire people's spirit. But here's the thing, Johnny and Virgil, like Addie, Denise, Carol, and Cynthia, did not transition in vain. Their transitions lit a fire that fueled the civil rights movement, that drew the eyes of the world to Birmingham. These children became martyrs. Their innocence, a mirror that forced America to look at itself. So the next time you hear about the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, remember, there were more than four souls lost that day. Six children were taken. Six families forever changed. Imagine them. Johnny with his quick steps and sharp wit. Virgil with his pencil sketches and big dreams. Their lives mattered. Their futures mattered. And though hate tries to erase them, we speak of their names to ensure they're never forgotten. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Um, I'm probably not going to end this video right away because y'all know before I do anything, I always got to look up if justice was served. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk and thank you for coming down the rabbit hole with me. And look out for some more stories. We got some more coming. I'll see y'all in these TikTok streets. Bye. So unfortunately, for the four young girls, three of the people who unalived them were taken to justice, and only one was able to escape. But the only way he was able to escape was from natural causes, of course. He transitioned, but we all know that he's serving his sentence somewhere else. Anyway, but unfortunately for these two young men, something justice wasn't served the way it was supposed to. For Johnny Robinson, who is this gentleman on this side, he was unalived by a palm-colored police officer named Jack Parker. Witnesses said that Johnny had picked up the rock when palm-colored teenagers drove by waving the Confederate flags. Parker fired his pew-pew, hitting Johnny in the back. Parker was never indicted for Johnny's transition. The official story claimed Johnny was running away, but many in the black community said it was cold-blooded red rum. And also, Parker actually went on to live his life, even being promoted later on in the force. So basically, his unaliver walked free. And then for Virgil, who was 16, which is this gentleman right here, he was unalived by a 16-year-old palm-colored boy named Larry Joe Sims. Sims was riding with his friend Michael Lee Farley, both members of the Poo Pay Pay youth group. They were armed after the bombing, supposedly looking for trouble. Sims admitted to pew-pewing Virgil. He was charged with second-degree manslaughter, but his sentence was shockingly light, 6 months probation and some time in a juvenile camp. Farley, the driver, got no real punishment at all. So basically, Virgil's unaliver walked free also. And what this means is that none of the men who took the lives of Johnny Robinson and Virgil Ware spent real time behind bars. Their families were left with grief while the unalivers returned to their lives. And that's part of why remembering Johnny and Virgil is so important. Their names remind us not only of what hate stole, but also how deeply the system failed Black children in 1963 Birmingham. So again, I thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I thank you for going down this rabbit hole with me. I hope I didn't hold you too long, and I hope that you were able to eat your snacks. And I hope you have some snacks left over. But we got some more stories coming, and I appreciate you for spending time with me today. So with that being said, look out for some more stories. I will talk to y'all later. I will see y'all in these streets. Bye. Again.